belong to you, and I'll always be around when I need some loving, baby, and I'll never let you down.
Yellow, hey, welcome back to another video. Thank you for being here. So we were out like all day yesterday, all day running around getting stuff done, had appointments like back to back, and it was just crazy. But we ended up also going to Sam's and getting all the groceries for the next couple of weeks. So that was good. And then hubby really needed some work shoes because his feet were killing him for work. So we went to a Nordstrom Rack and I found these cute little Nikes. They were originally like 45 bucks and they were like $20 on sale. So they're a little big. They're like a half size too big, but that'll be fine. Y'all know how kids grow. We ended up going to Ross as well. We picked up a couple shirts for little man. I love shopping at like Ross, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, especially for kids clothes. Old Navy is a good one too, because they're just cheap and y'all know kids grow like crazy and they go through clothes like crazy. So I picked up a couple of shirts, which he needed for like $4 a pop, which is a steal. A couple of jeans. Well, I think I only got one pair of jeans and then some cute little Levi's. And then also a pair of like sweatpants from Sam's. Those were on sale too. I think they were like $7 or something like that. But I always like to take off tags. Well, obviously you got to take off the tags of your new stuff, but I like to wash the clothes when I get them. So I always just take off the tags and all of the plastic and everything else. And then I pop them in the washer before I hang them up, you know, to wear. But happy Friday. It is a new week. Going into a new week. I hope that the week treated you well and we made it another week. So I hope that you're taking care of yourself. We're going to be just doing some good, you know, cleaning, a little organizing, decluttering, and just getting it all done. So let's go ahead and jump into the video.
Let you down. I'm your song and you're playing all my melodies. There's no one else, 'cause baby we got chemistry. You give me feelings that I never knew. This heart of mine will always and forever belong to you. You and me were meant to be as one. The universe has known it all along. Maybe this is where our story starts. Maybe it was written in the stars. Written in the stars. You, me, forever, yeah. You, me, written in the stars. You, me, forever, yeah. You, me. Take me to your heart.
So I was cracking up this entire time because so we were organizing little man's toys. He put his toys away, and when he does this, he kind of just piles it in here. So I try to do this with him with the organizing portion and decluttering as well, just so like he can know where things are. Like, okay, this bin is for this, so you know where this is for your cars and your camper and everything else, and the little pieces that go here and there. And I did mean to declutter it as well. I like to do this often because toys just pile up like crazy and we are super guilty. Like all the parents are, you know, you want to reward your kids with, you know, if they do good in their extracurricular activities or on a test or in school, you reward them with things that they want. And the camper that he's playing with, we just bought him. And then we also bought him a trash truck when we were out yesterday at Ross, which I told him and hubby, I was like, no cars, no trucks, because he has so many of them. But we caved and ended up buying him another one. And I say this often, like kids, especially this age, they love playing with toys, which I don't mind him playing with toys because in my opinion, it's less screen time. It's less time that he's behind like a tablet or a phone. And I just feel like kids these days, y'all, it's just that is what they do 24/7. They're on social media and playing video games and everything else. And, not really like, stimulating their minds or playing outside and like riding their bikes. That's really what I want, little man to be doing more often, and us giving him our time as well. Like, time is just the biggest gift that you can give your kids. It really, really is, versus all the other stuff. And so, anyways, I'm just like a huge advocate for that. But when we were going through this bin, but I did tell him when we were at the store I told him that if we bought him the trash truck, that he would have to donate 2 toys. And we did do that yesterday. So I can't really ask for too much more, but every single thing that we were going through, I was like, okay, do you want to keep this or this? Or if he had like doubles of something. The decluttering just did not go well because obviously he wanted to keep every single thing. So I'll have to go through I know what he plays with and what he doesn't. And he, you know, when I asked him, obviously he wanted to keep every single thing. So I'm going to go through this, at a later time and just kind of donate the things that, like I said, I know that he does not play with. But we ended up getting rid of one little block here. You can see I always keep like a cardboard box or a bag or something like that for like the donate toys, or like I separate donate and trash. And this is what we ended up with, this one little toy to donate. But anyways, his toys are organized, so that's really all that matters, I guess. That's all I can ask for. So this is the current state of the backyard, and I really just want to rake this up. We normally rake like at least a couple times before it starts like really snowing, because on the back side of the fence, there is a pine tree, which is like, that's the HOA's responsibility, which really, I mean, they have gardeners and everything that come every week, like to cut the grass and trim and everything else. But if it falls in our yard, it's still our responsibility, which is unfortunate. And we get a bunch of pine needles. And then this tree that's on the right side of the fence is the neighbor's tree. We've had some problems already with this tree. If you're new here, I'll just do a quick explanation. The tree branches, several of them fell on our side, and that tree is dying. Like, the tree is dying. The neighbor, hubby went and told the neighbor when this happened. And so he came over, and him and hubby were like cutting down the branches and everything. And he did take the branches back. But after we did some more research on this, because I was scared that this tree was going to break down. And honestly, I'm still scared of that because we get so much wind here. If it did fall down in our yard, it is our responsibility, which is unfortunate. But the neighbor did say when those branches fell that he was going to get it cut down, but that hasn't happened yet. So, I mean, in the meantime, we just gotta, there's not much really you can do if I'm being honest. So if it breaks and it breaks the fence, that would be awful. But, I'm hoping that it doesn't. I am hoping that he gets it cut down. But in the meantime, while the leaves fall and everything else in our yard, I really like to maintain everything, the yard and the house and all that. So it was super nice out here. It was a little chilly in the shade, but it did warm up. So we ended up taking off our coats. But I just wanted to get this nice and raked up and get as much of these leaves and pine needles off of the grass.
Never drawn apart, 'cause I belong to you. Be my guiding star, 'cause I need your loving, baby. And never let me down, let me down, let me down. I'm your song, and you're playing all my melodies. There's no one else, 'cause baby, we got chemistry. You gave me feelings that I never knew. This heart of mine will always and forever belong to you. You and me were meant to be as one. The universe has known it all along. Maybe this is where our story starts. Maybe it was written in the stars. Written in the stars. You, me, forever, yeah. You, me, written in the stars. You, me, forever, yeah.
So our neighbor too had a hole in his fence, and hubby went over there to tell him because he does have a Doberman, and we were just scared that his dog was going to get out. This was like a while back, and it was near the time that the branches fell in our yard. But he said that he contacted the HOA to get the fence repaired because this back fence, we were under the impression it was the HOA's responsibility, and the HOA told him that it's his responsibility, which I think is absolute crap. Like we have lived in both in a non-HOA and an HOA. This is the first HOA that we've lived in. And I will say from my experience, and in my opinion, I know people hate HOAs, like they really do. And I feel like there really are pros and cons to both. That's all that I'm going to say. There really are pros and cons to both. But I will say the fortunate thing for us is that the HOA that we have, they're not up your butts like that. They really aren't. It did take them a little bit for them to get back to me when we painted the house to approve the color, but they were going through like a transition in companies, which they've transferred companies a couple times since we've owned the house. But I mean, that's really like the only run-in that we really had with them. But I mean, what can you do? You know, there's really nothing that you can do. A lot of the houses, especially newer builds in Colorado, you're gonna have an HOA, and that's not just like that's like condos, townhouses, all of that stuff. But anyway, so I put the cover on the AC. I was going to put this bungee cord on there, but it didn't end up fitting. And I totally forgot that this had a drawstring on the bottom. So glad that I got this done. I did move the hose into the shed. I didn't show that. And then hubby he winterized the sprinklers. And then he also fixed, I don't know if I mentioned this, but he fixed the toilet downstairs. It was making like a stuttering noise. So got that done. So super happy with that. Now I am going to deep clean this coffee maker. We always wash out the coffee maker and this part and like the filter after every use. But this thing really, really needed a good deep clean. And I totally forgot to get some more vinegar when we were at Sam's. So I definitely need to get some more of that because I only have a little bit left, and I use a lot of vinegar. Like I use it for even like cooking, cleaning off my meats and things like that. I use it a lot, so I definitely need to go get some more. But I did half water, half vinegar in the pot or the water. I'm going to let that run. And then I ended up pouring it back in the pot. I let it run, like cycle through 2 different times. And then I'm going to deep clean this, the coffee grinder. And you can see here, I took the lid off and everything spilled everywhere.
Isn't it funny? We came to that. I thought I won you over, but you were holding back. Isn't it funny? You could not care less. How you took those words back, now I'm just a mess. I'm running away from escaping dreams of yesterday, convincing me this cannot be, trying to find another way. Yeah, I think my head always knew it, but I didn't tell my heart, let go, I couldn't do it without falling apart. So give me something now. Oh, oh, give me a fix, tell me if it's whatever that's wrong. So give me something now. Oh, oh, give me a fix, tell me if it's whatever that's wrong. Isn't it funny how much you mean to me?
The coffee grinder was like stuck where it comes out, and so I used a toothpick to get the clog out as best I could. But I wish that I could really like soak that coffee grinder, but I can't. I mean, I can't. If I put that in water, it's not going to work. So I did wipe it down really, really well, I believe, which you will see. And I'm going to soak all the compartments, like everything from the coffee grinder and the coffee machine, in here in some hot soapy water and some vinegar for a good amount of time. And then I am going to wash this out. It's funny because hubby literally, he just told me the other day, he's like, So because we were at Sam's and I was like, do we need coffee? And he's like, no, we had a whole bag in there. And we switched from buying coffee grinds to grounds because he saw, I forget where he told me, but he saw that the grinds, like, there was like some research or whatever, and there was a bunch of stuff in the coffee grinds, like bugs, bacteria, like all kinds of stuff. And he's like, yeah, I'm definitely happy that we switched from the, grinded coffee and get the ground one and do it ourselves. But y'all, there's stuff to worry about every single thing nowadays. Like, I don't know. It's just absolutely crazy, but I just thought that was hilarious. It's hilarious because he definitely got grossed out by that. But anyways, let's go ahead and get this stuff nice and cleaned.
I can get my head around how we used to be. You said you love me, and I gave my heart. You cannot care less, you were tearing me apart.
So I have been seeing in the last couple of weeks that people are already decorating for Christmas, which is crazy. Like it's hilarious. And in my opinion, I mean, do what makes you happy. If that's what makes you happy, it's your house, it's your stuff. Who cares what people think? But I just think that's pretty funny. Like it's not even Halloween yet, and people have been decorating for the last couple of weeks. I've seen even people that keep their Christmas tree up all year around and decorate it for the different holidays, like 4th of July and Valentine's Day and Memorial Day, and they do all of that. I just think that is hilarious. This year, I don't think I'm going to put it up as early as I did last year. I think I did it like maybe the second week, like around that November 10th or something like that of last year. And I did get sick of it pretty fast. So I don't think I'm going to put it up like the stuff as early this year. I did get some discounted decorations last year. So I am excited to decorate for Christmas. But if I'm being honest, like, I don't know, Christmas is just, I know I'm probably going to get hate for this, but I feel like Christmas really is overrated. Like it really is. And I feel like a lot of the other holidays are, and don't get me wrong, like I love to, put up a cute little decoration here and there, but I do feel like there's just a lot of overconsumption around the holidays and decor and everything else. And this comes from somebody that I do like decor, but I have really, really been the last several years just getting into it less. I'm not talking about, like, I love interior design and all that stuff, but as far as buying a bunch of decor for the holidays and all that, I think it's overrated. Really, I think it's a waste of money. It really is. Like, I don't do too much. Christmas is probably the biggest holiday where I decorate for. Any other holidays, I really don't do a lot. Like I put a couple little string lights out and a couple little window lights for Halloween. And that really is like Halloween. that's really the only two holidays I really decorate for, is like Halloween and Christmas. And yeah, I just feel like, and I also feel like the expectation around Christmas, like people spending thousands and thousands of dollars on material things and presents and all that, is, I mean, it's not our vibe. Like, everybody is different, and I'm not saying you have to be a certain way, but I think last year, what did we do? I think we had a present limit of like 5 gifts for little man, and we did go over that, but I'm really going to try to be a little bit more strict this year with stuff. I don't know. I've seen a couple people too, which I think this is a really cool idea, that instead of doing gifts, they do trips, for like family trips, which I think is so, so awesome. Like, memories are embedded forever. Creating memories with your family, I feel like, is the most important thing that you can do. Like, I really, really do. It's just, holidays and vacations and all that stuff is expensive, y'all, especially if you have a big family, like several kids. That adds up so, so fast. But I also think that is just such a great way to celebrate and to be, like, create memories and things like that with your family, is to do that. But yeah, I keep seeing that on social media pop up like left and right, like people already decorating and baking Christmas cookies and things like that.
Nothing could have made me believe. No one could have convinced me. Had to use my own 2 eyes to see. 'Cause always make you think you going crazy. Something in the way they lie, manipulation. No more patience. 'Cause there's a million things that I'd rather do than to be fishing for truth. Am I in the twilight zone? Or am I just a fool so wrong for loving you? But you forgot that I'm a shooter. Think I'll take 5 shots. One for the day that I learned I 2 for the bridges you burned I 3 for the chances you had, and 4 for the pictures you bagged, and 5 for never being sad. No, 1 for the trauma you caused. 2 for the number of draws I found. 3 for the promises made, and 4 for the way that you break 'em. 5 shots won't take no more. 5 shots won't take no more. Oh, you find it funny, lying straight through your teeth. That's your loss, it's not on me. 'Cause tonight I'm going out, work it out with a few dreams. 1 for the day that I learned 2 for the bridges you burned 3 for the chances you had, and 4 for the pictures you bagged, and 5 for never being sad. No, 1 for the trauma you caused 2 for the number of draws I found. 3 for the promises made, and 4 for the way that you break 'em. 5 shots won't take no more. 5 shots won't take no more. Won't take no more. Am I in the twilight zone? Or am I just a fool so wrong for loving you? But you forgot that I'm a shooter. Think I'll take 5.
So I feel like I was doing laundry all day today. It felt like, but I got everything done. So that is good. I got it all folded and hung up, and I also put this away. I actually didn't do this on camera. I did this the next morning, got everything put away because y'all know I struggle with that. But I got it done, so that is good. And then after this, after I was done with this load, I got some dinner done. So I made a chicken chili soup with some leftover rotisserie chicken that we got from Sam's. I don't know what it is about the Sam's rotisserie chickens, but I think those, I know you're going to think this is weird because they're the same company. I think they taste better than Walmart. And I also think that the fruit and the vegetables are better at Sam's than they are at Walmart. Again, they're the same company, I know, but I don't know if they do their shipment or whatever differently. The last couple of times I ran to Walmart when I ran out of strawberries, and I got some strawberries from there. They were horrible. And then when we went yesterday, they were absolutely fine. They were sweet, and plus you get more for your money at Sam's. But I don't know what it is about that. Our Sam's and our Walmart are right next to each other, and I really can tell a difference because I shop there often. I just think it's crazy, but anyway, the soup came out amazing. It came out so good, and it was super, super easy to make. You can't beat that. Super easy dinners to make, but I love the rotisserie chicken so much. Anyways, it is the next day, and I'm just going through little man's pajamas here. I ended up tossing a couple of these. Well, I'm going to donate them. The shirts, so these all will still fit him. A lot of the pajama sets are too big, but the shirts, they're kind of tight, in the arms. I remember that from last winter. And he doesn't really like that. It's kind of hugging his body, especially in the arm and wrist area. So I got rid of the majority of those shirts, but I kept the pants because a lot of the pajamas that he still had, he can still fit this year, so it'll be fine. He really doesn't need any more pajama sets, so that is good. But I got it nice and decluttered. So I'm going to move this table. This console table, I thrifted this for $17 a while back, and I just painted the bottom and refinished the top. And I'm gonna move this upstairs. One, because I need a bench for the upstairs plants in the spare bedroom. That window really does get such good light. And so I'm going to keep the plants up there. And the plants that I do have up there are thriving. They're absolutely thriving. I have a lot of my Monstera Thai constellations up there. And so this bench will be good because it looks more uniform and a lot better than having a bunch of the plant stands on the ground. So that was one of the reasons. Right here, I'm wiping off. I noticed that there was some fertilizer on fertilizer spray on the wall. So I'm just going to wipe this off really well. And then for two, I usually put the Christmas tree here. I've been putting it here for the last couple of years. Now, I have put it in front of the window, the main window before, but the reason why I don't put it there anymore is because my plants need the light. Y'all, I will move around furniture and everything else for my plants. I love them and they bring me a lot of joy. And so sometimes you just got to do that. And so I'm not going to put the Christmas tree in front of the window this year. I think I did it one or 2 years and that was it. And especially now that I have more plants than I did back then, the plants get the window and the light. So I'm going to move. I already did some plant chores this morning. I sprayed a lot of these plants down, wiped the leaves down, and fertilized them, gave them a good drink. My mini Monstera is the one that's in the tan pot. That's really, really tall. That thing is I'm still battling thrips on that and a couple more plants. I already took it down or put it in the bathtub and sprayed it down really, really well. I actually upped my alcohol. I now use 91% mixed. I do 1-to-1 ratio with some water, and that's been working really well versus the neem oil. I do need to get some more of that. I'm completely out of that. So that's something I need to get, but I ended up taking this back into the tub and rinsing it down really well because I could see them crawling on there, and it's just damaging this plant. This plant is so beautiful and it's gotten so tall since I've had it, but it's definitely I'm dealing with an infestation, which is, it just sucks. But anyway, so I moved the plants on this little bench here, and I put a couple more on here as well while I was doing my other plant chores. But this is how it ended up looking. I'm still going to move around a couple more things, but thank you so much for being here, and I will definitely see you soon.